Donald Trump just concluded a campaign town hall that he was having tonight in Pennsylvania, and there were a number of times on stage when Trump had very concerning moments of very clear mental decline. Trump's decline has been very present, very rapid, and it's time that we be honest about it. Donald Trump is clearly unfit to serve. He is unfit for the presidency, and the Republicans may not want to acknowledge it, but we can all see it with our own eyes. So I have some clips from this town hall to show you. They're all very strange, all very concerning. So let's just dive right in. So here's the first clip I want to play for you. And in this clip, Donald Trump once again brings up fictional characters in the middle of policy conversations, specifically Hannibal Lecter, who is someone that he has brought up often in rallies in the recent weeks and months. So just take a look at this clip, and while you're watching it, try to understand what he's saying, because I genuinely have no idea what this guy is talking about in this clip. Just take a look.
Pay the price they're going to, and it's a very bad thing that's happening. So they're coming in, many are coming in from jails and prisons and mental institutions, insane asylums. That's like, a step above, right? Insane asylum. And whenever I go, Hannibal Lecter, you know what I'm talking about. They always go the fake news. That's a lot of fake news back there, too. But they always mention, it's a way of demeaning. They just say, Hannibal Lecter, why would he mention? Well, you know why? Because he was a sick puppy, and we have sick puppies coming into our country. I figure that's better than wasting a lot of words. You just say Hannibal Lecter, we don't want him, but they always sort of say, why would he say that? I do it for a lot of reasons, but I do it because we are allowing some very bad people into our country.
What? What is he talking about? Hannibal Lecter's a sick puppy, and so he brings him up, and then he gets angry when the media asks him why he brings up Hannibal Lecter, and he does it for a lot of reasons to save words. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing anymore? This is incoherent nonsense. And look, the host next to Donald Trump on stage knows it. Look at her. She's like looking at him, and every time he moves towards her or looks at her, she like puts a smile on her face, and then he turns away, and she's like, golly, what the hell did he just say? And she's a, MAGA. She's a Trump supporter. She's there on behalf of the campaign. This is a campaign event. And even she is trying to keep a straight face as to like, so what's this guy talking about here? I have no idea. I don't think anybody has any idea. Like, this is, a crazy family member at the Christmas party who's standing in the corner screaming at the wall that the aliens are coming. This is the kind of conspiracy, unhinged nonsense that you get with folks like that, except that person that we're referencing is no longer just standing in the corner at your Christmas party. They're running to be president of the United States. That's Donald Trump. The most lunatic, insane conspiracy theories, while simultaneously invoking the names of fictional characters in a presidential race when talking about major policy. What? All I know for certain is that if Joe Biden did any of this, if Joe Biden went on a rant about how a fictional character is a sick puppy and that fictional character has also endorsed him and things of that nature, Fox News would have this on their front page for a damn week. But Donald Trump does it, and the Republicans and the conservative media outlets, they turn away, they ignore it. They pretend that this freak is saying things that are just objectively false and untrue and invoking the names of people that don't exist. This isn't normal. This isn't sane. We have to be honest about that, whether the Republicans want to or not. But this was not the only moment on stage tonight where Donald Trump had this concerning lack of memory, lack of knowledge. Here in this next clip I want to show you, he forgot what day Election Day is. It's a short clip, just 8 seconds. But just take a look at this.
It will be, I'll tell you, if everything works out, if everybody gets out and votes on January 5th or before,
January 5th? January 5th. So Trump is saying that the Election Day is now January 5th or earlier. Or earlier you can vote, according to Donald Trump. Obviously, that's not true. Election Day is November 5th. That's 2 months before, Donald. So I don't know where this guy's head is at. I don't know what's going on with him. but he's clearly unwell. There's clearly something going on with Donald Trump. And as I mentioned earlier, we can see it with our own eyes. We can see the rapid decline. This is no little secret anymore. This is right in front of our face. He's bringing up fictional characters. He's talking about whether he wants to jump in the water with a shark or stay in a sinking boat. He doesn't know when election day is. He can't even identify his own ex-wife in a photo. He says Obama is still president. These are incredibly concerning moments. And that is probably why Donald Trump has refused thus far to release his medical records. Kamala Harris has. She did the other day, and she has a clean bill of health, thank God. But Donald Trump, thus far, no medical records. And just today, more than 230 doctors and healthcare providers called on Trump to release his medical records. This is an article from CBS. More than 230 doctors, nurses, healthcare professionals, most of whom are backing Vice President Kamala Harris, are calling for Trump to release his medical records, arguing that he should be transparent about his health given his advancing age. They wrote in this letter, among 238 signatories, and this letter was obtained by CBS News, that Trump is falling concerningly short of any standard of fitness for office and displaying alarming characteristics of declining acuity. The letter noted that absent detailed health records, we are left to extrapolate from public appearances. They also say, as we all age, we lose sharpness and revert to base instincts. We are seeing that from Trump as he uses his rallies and appearances to ramble, meander, and crudely lash out at his many perceived grievances. And this letter, the doctors wrote about a variety of things in this letter. But that's the thing. Kamala Harris has released her medical records. There's nothing to hide there. Donald Trump hasn't. And that makes you wonder, as we have this kind of split screen of him not releasing his medical records and also simultaneously at his rallies doing stuff like this. It's not normal. It's not okay. All these other presidential candidates have. Donald Trump hasn't. So look, at the end of the day, it's always really been projection with the Republicans, right? They always claim that Biden is unfit and that he's old or something of that nature, but it's always been Donald Trump. It's never been Biden. It's never been any of the Democrats. It's always just been Donald Trump. They know it. They know that Donald Trump is not well. He is the oldest person to ever be nominated by a political party ever. He would be the oldest president ever by the end of his term, and he is refusing to release his medical records. That's wrong. He should be transparent with the American people, and thus far, he and his campaign continue to refuse to be transparent with the American people. Kamala Harris has, Joe Biden has. He has released his medical records every single year of his presidency, and of course, when he was running in 2020. And Donald Trump, the guy who's pointing fingers about health, is the guy sitting there who hasn't released his records. These doctors, nurses, and medical providers are right. Donald Trump should release his medical records, and especially so since we're seeing him do all this insane nonsense at his rallies that just don't make sense. So anyway, I just wanted to show you these clips of Donald Trump's very strange moments tonight, and I just wanted to make sure you all saw it as we get very close to the election, 22 days at the time of me filming and posting this. So regardless of all of that, I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video as well, comment, let me know what you think about all this. And of course, I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day and get out there and vote. Early voting, whatever it might be, get out there and do it. Let's get this thing done.